One, hello all, this is the Gothiest ghost of them all, Caspa in the flesh. It's time for a review of Stormzy. This is what I mean. Stormzy is a UK rapper, and this is his third studio album. And his last album, I was definitely in love with. I loved Heavy as the Head. I felt that there was definitely a tasteful blend of pop and rap on there. I definitely dug how he definitely found a balance from like vulnerability to strength to confidence, and how those all coalesced well. And definitely how he was just able to just attack the tracks with like so much passion and so much openness. And I just thought that was like fantastic. And the production was fire as well. Definitely great subject matter. Yeah, just a great album. So you could imagine how I was certainly anticipating this album right here. And while the vulnerability is still here, the openness is still here, I just found myself underwhelmed here. It starts off strong, though. It definitely starts off strong, especially with Fire and Water, where he's trying to rekindle a relationship on the rocks, seeking redemption, and he's understanding his flaws. He's seeking another chance with this woman, but also accepting that if she doesn't want to continue, he understands. He'll move on. But man, the production here is just so soulful, so beautiful, so gospel-like too, with like these electric piano chords and just beautifully progressing all the way through. It's epic. It's fantastic for an opener. And the gorgeous inclusion of Spanish guitars at the end, who could ask for more? And then the title track, which starts off these eerie piano strings at the beginning, and some really nice choir vocals, revving bass, cinematic strings. Sounds super defiant on here, just like he was bringing on the last album. And very charismatic, talking about his work ethic, his grind, his hustle, and the success he's achieved from it, and motivated to just keep prospering. We also get another heartfelt track, Fire Babe, with these, once again, electric piano chords, where Stormzy just delivers these very tender, very somber, very endearing vocals, accompanied by these soulful ascending harmonies, falsetto harmonies that sound like something off a D'Angelo record. And you know I love a D'Angelo record. Or do you? Which is based off these lyrics of how he's romantically enamored with this woman, and he just sees her as the one. And she is an exotic dancer, and he finds serenity in her. Like, she is his everything. She's the one. And the backup vocals, like the backup harmonies, really create this beautiful crescendo. And it just warms me up and chokes me up just a little. And definitely gives me wedding vibes on top of that. Like how graceful the presence of the track is. How you're just looking at her, just walking down that aisle. And you're like, wow, she really is the one. And yeah, that's basically the vibe I get from that. Very, very beautiful track. And I do wish the follow-up was as rewarding as this track, but unfortunately, it's not. It's not. It's moving. I know I'm supposed to be moved, and I was moved. In my mind, I was thinking about moving with a pillow and blanket to my bed and sleeping. But unfortunately, I can't do that because I'm reviewing this album. And, God, like when you stack like too many slow songs on top of each other, it creates a stagnant flow of the album. And that is not good, especially if one pales in comparison to another. Like the vocals on Need You are terrible. I'm just gonna say that. They're terrible, they're soulless, they're super processed, and Stormzy just delivers like the most underwhelming, most clumsy, most lethargic vocal performance I think I've ever heard him do. And I'm just like, wow, where's the passion? Where's the fire? What happened? And God, the Afrobeats production is so watered down. And Hide and Seek is no better. Like, just as bland, just as forgettable. The reverb vocals are awful, so flavorless. And the production doesn't do much for me either. Like, luckily there's another highlight on here that's super uplifting. My Presidents Are Black, where he's raising that charisma once again. He's attacking the track once again, rapping about not succumbing to racial conditioning, not being pigeonholed, and just going above and beyond and encouraging others in his community to just go along in prosperity. And there's a super passionate vocals on like the back end. And as much as I love Sampha, this sounds very lazy. Like, you have the song Please, which was underwhelming as it is, but I think if you included Sampha in there, it wouldn't have been as bad. So it just sounds like one of those things where it's like, Sampha, we did the song already. Yeah, we did it already. It's okay, buddy. Just come back for the next one. And man, like, and don't get me wrong too, I do appreciate the sentiment of please. I like the idea of forgiving one who has done you wrong in the past. That's great. But the production, just so underwhelming. Like, it's so stripped back and boring. And we just get snoozer after bland after bland. But I Got My Smile Back is another moving track here. I do love I Got My Smile Back. It's very self-loving, very self-healing, and encouraging to healing others as well. And I love how he made the emotions feel like individuals that he like accompanies himself with. Like, me and loneliness kick it from time to time. She knows the deal. She ain't hers. She ain't mine. I ain't hers. She ain't mine. It's late. Or referring to suicide, saying, I hope that I don't see your face again. Like me and peace of mind, best become best of friends. Let me do that over. Referring to suicide, saying, I hope that I don't see your face again. Like me and peace of mind became best of friends. It's very poetic, very cute. And there's just like a lot of cleverness that goes into that. But yeah, overall, I didn't really love this album, unfortunately. I found, like I said, the production to be very commercialized, very watered down, and I don't know why. The vocal performances on here from the guests were very underwhelming. Some vocal performances from Stormzy were very underwhelming. But overall, I would say I enjoyed this to an extent, but I'm not in love with it. It's not going to make my year-end list. Even though I do dig some of the sentiments that Stormzy had on here, I do love when the production does progress. I do love when he gets very endearing and creative with his bars, but as a whole, this is not doing it for me. So I'm feeling 3 out of 5 stars on this, but that's just my opinion. If you've heard this, what did you think of this album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? And that's it. Stormzy, this is what I mean. Caspa, the Gothic Ghost. Till we meet again.